Riverside Event Cinemas, George Street, Sydney. Here tonight we are showing the best of the best, and that's the best of the 16 years or more now. 16 years of stories from the edge. These are the best stories of people whose lives live on the edge. I'm a bit worried about seeing it tonight because so many of the people in the films would have died. They die in their 60s. Homeless people die 20 years before everybody else. So unfair. These are people who live life on the edge, right? They're disadvantaged people, and then what we find is their actually disadvantage is increased by society who disadvantages them. We've got a full house tonight, and because it's free, a lot of the homeless people are coming themselves and a lot of advantaged people, so we've got the full cross gamut of society coming tonight. So what we're doing is one group of people are telling and sharing their stories with another. For example, we got a busload of boys from the Glen. Now the Glen's a rehab centre for people with drug and alcohol problems. They go there, they get their lives turned around and they get everything put together. And they'll be here tonight cheering on the people who need to go there.
It's the Glennies.
It's the Glennies, how they know.
Okay.
Sweet.
Welcome, bro.
How you going, mate?
Good on you. Welcome, bro. Welcome, bro.
How you going? I was in a dark place, so about middle of August last year, got locked up, and then came to the Glen about 8 weeks ago now, and it's changed my life. I can't be more grateful for it. Workers like Ed here and all the boys, it's just a uplifting place. Yeah, it's really special. I'm loving it. Can't speak highly of it enough.
This is the second time I've been down for a movie. I brought the boys down a couple of years back. I thought, good crew here tonight. Brought 10 blokes down. Hope they get a lot out of it. And this here guy, he's going really well. He's into his 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
6 weeks. What did you go in for? How's your life?
I come in a broken man. I lost everything. I was bad on addiction on ice was my addiction, and I was a broken man. Now the Glen put me back together. I'm healthy now, fitter. It's a good program. I'll tell anyone to go to the Glen. It'll better your life for the rest of your life, and for me it's up.
Just get them to stick together. You've got to use the bathroom. Make sure they've got someone with them at all times. Just make sure they're full respectful to everybody. No disrespect. I love what I do. They say if you find a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life, and that's certainly me. My main objective is to love the boys back to life.
40 years ago, I started my work here in Ashfield, from taking in homeless kids to feeding the poor and hungry. And it's grown to all of this. 500,000 meals a year, plus associated professional services here and in other locations. And essentially it's always been the same. It's about providing loving compassion for people who are really struggling. 13 years ago, we began filming Stories from the Edge. Here's a compilation celebrating 40 years of loving compassion.
Living on the edge can be closer than you think. The sound, that thing, it can happen to any of us. Like me.
If we're not getting difficult people, we might as well close our doors, because they're the people who we're attracting here and want to come here because they've got nowhere else to go.
I killed myself a couple of times. I actually put myself down, but I'm just too chicken, or I think my daughter
This country's always the first to jump in and help every single country that comes to grief. What about our own?
I was 12 years old when I first tried heroin. My father actually gave it to me.
I've been living in the front seat of this van since January last year.
Many of them have far better qualities of character and integrity than some of the canaries I dealt with down here.
She's raping all the girls in the toilets. That girl has raped 3 girls in the last 4 weeks in the fucking toilet.
I ended up with 24 stitches across there, a C6 fracture in the back of my neck.
85% of people that are living in Matthew Talbot in some way or another, be it depression, which is a psychiatric problem that needs to be dealt with, are mentally ill.
Still have problems with drugs and stuff.
The way the people were let down by those in authority during the 80s was monumental, just monumental here.
Death many times over, but it didn't end up in death. You know, there was, like almost death sentences, but I never served them out.
I don't want rehab as a job activity, I want a job as a job activity.
Your quality of life is gone.
I used to be a thief. I grew up in the Gold Coast and I used to steal from the rich and give to poor me.
I would often get beaten up for things that weren't even true. Just figments of his imagination.
I just feel that great myself and that because I'm helping other people out to making their lives better.
I lost everything. I left without nothing.
He still goes back to the laneway where his mate OD'd 6.5 years ago.
Did you have 50 cents?
Living on the edge can be closer than you think.
Yes, 2013 seems like a century ago. Everything changed, yet nothing changed. The common driving force from our end, loving, patient compassion. Thank you for joining us for the best of the best, Stories from the Edge, Volume 1.
It was eye-opening. I've actually eaten at a few of those homeless vans in the mornings, and back in my old days of heroin and ice addiction, living in Redfern, Waterloo. So it was a good eye-opener and good to see how far I've come with the boys here, how far they've come too, and it was really uplifting and just shows the hope and the spirit of compassion and the love that's still in the world through people like Bill Cruz and yourself. I really appreciate it, so thank you.
Nothing better than help with someone. It's cost nothing to help someone, so any person can help someone. It's the gratification that you get in your heart from helping someone. Nothing better than that.
Very powerful stuff,
Yes, very powerful stuff. Good work, my brother, and I'm proud of you, my uncle.
I'm outside, we've seen the movie, people turned up, the response was honestly amazing, honestly. People were moved and touched, and I've come out of it feeling okay. A lot of the people have passed on now, but just to hear their stories and to realise the loving compassion goes on. Like you tend to think it stops and it's gone, but it's there, and it was there in the diamonds in the congregation or in the audience who were watching and moving and felt part of it all and wanted to help and all of this sort of stuff. It just shows that in the midst of this muck of worldliness today, there are diamonds.
I thought it was very educational to see the help
care and love that you used to for the homeless boys out there and women, and it means a lot to see that people actually do care. So thank you.
What about you, brother? Any thoughts?
It was very eye-opening. Like, it was a good watch. You've done a great job. Thank you.
Yeah, that was cracking, to be honest. Yeah, it was really good. I was going to ask, actually, do you guys have a number or something that I can call to do some volunteer work for you?